Well, good evening. Well, it's evening right now where I am. Greetings to you, Board of Directors, and greetings to Mike and Floyd. I wanted to thank you guys all for the wisdom and direction that you give to Strategic Impact and our whole organization. You're a great sounding board, I know, for Mike, and through different trials that we've gone through, you guys have provided deep insight and great experience that have helped guide us on the path that Christ would have us follow in our calling to this ministry. So thank you very much. Also wanted to give you a brief update about this last year and what's been going on in Africa. It's actually been a really good year. Last year was kind of rough with COVID. We changed direction and started doing just direct evangelism instead of holding trainings, and through through the use of care packets in different communities to the most vulnerable, and that was very effective in reaching many for Christ. This year we've started back into having our regular trainings and multiplication and growth, though travel has been truncated and there's been restrictions and different different governmental responses that have caused certain different types of problems in every nation. But in spite of that, it's been a really good year. Our teams have grown closer together in brotherly love, and they've embraced the new journey process, which we rolled out this year. We rolled it out from afar, not in person. I'd have much preferred be in person because change is really hard, especially for some of our team members in Africa. And we've been doing this for a very long time. And so to any type of update, especially a severe update like we've done with the SML or the SMCP and the SML, School of Multiplying Church Planters and School of Multiplying Leaders process, is kind of like almost touching the most sacred of texts, but we've assured them that it's good and all of that. So Floyd prototyped that journey process in Asia, and it really proved to be effective and a more efficient way to do a better job than what we were already doing. And so we've seen that same type of effect start to take place in Africa in the second half of the year. So far this year, we've had over 5,000 leaders trained, as you can see from the numbers there. We've had over almost 4,000 new leaders enrolled in the Journey ongoing training process to multiply disciples, leaders, churches, and then church planting movements. We're still in the process of some of the revisions of that and working through the last portions right now. We hope to get that done in the first quarter of next year to have it complete. That has led to almost 10,000 new professions of faith and almost 900 churches planted. And those numbers are just through October, with partial reporting in October, because we still have some guys that are having a little trouble getting their numbers in. So nothing from November yet, and partial reporting from October. And that it's a combined of Africa with Sub-Saharan and West Africa. Another great thing that's happened this last year is we have decided to bring Israel Wandamba on staff full-time with SI. And that's the first full-time African that we've had. Everyone else has been dividing between pastoring and giving attention to strategic impact. And so we're very excited to bring him on board. He started out working in Dar es Salaam and then expanded to be our national director of Tanzania. And then after a while, I've divided up that sub-Saharan region into 5 nation groupings. And he has taken on the grouping of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, and then also a little bit of Eastern DRC, where we have some crossover there. And so he's been overseeing that faithfully and has done a great job, and felt this last year a burden to come on full-time staff. So we talked about it, prayed about it together, and walked through it, and that's what we're doing. My long-term goal for him is for him to take over in the next couple of years all of Sub-Saharan Africa and be running that. And then my heart would be for him to take over all of the leadership of Africa. And then I would walk beside him in that duty and possibly take another region if I still have enough fuel in my tank by that time. So that's exciting stuff, really good things. I would ask for prayer in 4 different areas. One of them is in West Africa. Burkina Faso is experiencing jihadist attacks again. And in this round, they have the entire internet for the entire nation shut down. So communication is very hard there now. It's been shut down for about 3 weeks. They've been doing bombings and different attacks. And so that's made their neighbors pretty nervous as well, including Ghana. Ghana now has military patrolling the border between Burkina Faso and Ghana. So please pray for protection for our national director there, Victor Adrago, and his team. They're still moving and doing evangelism, but they've ceased holding any type of public gatherings because that's illegal to do that right now, according to the Burkina Faso government. In Ghana, and sticking with West Africa, please pray for peace in that nation. Stephen Apatara, our national director and West Africa director there, has actually he's just our West Africa director there, has expressed concern because Parliament is in turmoil right now over the budget, and it's been in a stalemate for quite some time. So as that holding continues, it increases the chance through dissatisfaction and discomfort. It increases the chance in a military coup taking place. And that has already been kind of threatened due to the economic impact and the way the government's responded to COVID and things like that. So please pray for them. In Sub-Saharan Africa, I would ask that you'd pray because this new COVID variant that they've announced has shut down much travel to Europe, to other places, to the United States. And that, of course, is going to affect every single nation in that region because every government's going to have some type of response. We're already seeing tightening of restrictions in Zambia over church meeting times and a number of people. I believe Lesotho's closed its border again with South Africa, which is the only border that it has. But there's a lot of different responses that are being handed down. So please pray for, again, for Sub-Saharan with that variant rolling out and how severe it might or might not be. Third area of prayer, I'd ask for wisdom. When do we go back? When do I start traveling again? It's been over a year and a half now since I've been in Africa in person. I meet weekly with my men by phone, but that's still not the same as being together. And I certainly can't launch a new area from this side. So when would it be wise to re-engage fully with that? My intent is to return in March to work with our guys that are already established, and then hopefully in June to launch in a new area, the twin capital cities of Brazzaville and Kinshasa with DRC and Republic of Congo. So pray for wisdom for that. And then fourth, would you pray for fundraising? About to enter our African fundraising season with a dinner. We usually have a large dinner in Denton in February, and then we hold a sporting clays shoot, and then we also hold a crawfish boil up here too. Those are our three big events, and those have provided connections with various major donors to help fund this work that's so necessary and so fruitful. So please pray for those things. We are so grateful again for your service to Strategic Impact and to Jesus. Please continue to walk with us and give wisdom from your experience, from your own prayer life, and from your own pursuit of Christ as we seek to fulfill the Great Commission together. God bless you, and God's best to you during the coming Christmas season. Thanks.